Head
Hey,
coach
Coach,
Trevor.
it's David. I guess I'll start it out this week. Just catching up on the injuries. Tyson, will he be able to go if needed? EJ Williams, some of those other guys that you can talk about?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you 100%, but we're better. Tyson was ready to go last week. If needed, but would have been really limited. I think he's a little better, but Billy Wiles and Hunter have done a great job and gotten a lot of work as well. So that's what we've got. And EJ is just again day to day. But I will say this, I don't know if Matt Conley's got any eligibility left, but I got wind that, man, he's out here running sprints and, we're down at wideout. So maybe old Matt could come suit out for us and give us a little speed on the field. And, Will, you probably going to need some treatment or something. Come on over here and see the docs. But that was a nice little race y'all had.
You don't want me doing that, Dabo. I promise.
Hey, we're taking all comers at this point.
I heard they timed it with a stop with a calendar.
August, September, October. I love it.
Coach, how excited is your son Will about potentially starting at wide receiver again, but for the first time in Columbia?
Well, I mean, we'll see how it all works out, but he, was ready to go last week and did a great job for us. And, he's just a guy that's always ready, and you can count on him. He's tough and knows what to do, and if we need him, he'll be ready. I don't have any doubt about it.
Hey, Dabo, this is Chris Brees with CBS in Birmingham. I'm actually doing a story with Kerry Good. I'm not sure if you were made familiar with what happened, but he, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he gave Nolan Turner a pair of cleats from his dad, Kevin. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
You did not. So Kerry sent a message to Nolan saying that, Nolan, I know you haven't had any memorabilia from your dad at Alabama. I wanted to give you these cleats, and I didn't see the actual FaceTime, but they had a really nice conversation. I just want to get your thoughts, first of all, on, what that would mean to Nolan, not having anything from his father along those lines.
They were his dad's cleats? Is that what?
Yeah, from Alabama.
Saying? Oh, I'm sure that was a very special thing, for Nolan. I'm glad you told me that. He hadn't said anything to me about it, but I know Kerry well. I know the whole Good family. Played with all those guys, Pierre and Clyde. And fortunately, Clyde is passed away now, but I think that's very kind of Kerry, and I'm sure that, like I said, it's something that no one will treasure for a long time.
Kerry had made the joke that he said that they're not Clemson colors, they're Crimson Tide colors, but he was hoping you'd be okay with that.
Oh man, absolutely. I think that's awesome, man. Love Kerry, love Alabama, love KT, and that's a nice gesture.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Coach. I know Joe is just a sophomore, but did you have bigger expectations for him going into the season? And has he improved as the season has gone on in practice?
Yeah, he had a really good camp, and he had a lot of opportunity early. Actually, started a couple games, and just as kind of, I think he hit a wall, and then the emergence of some of these other guys, but. We certainly had high expectations for him as just basically a freshman again. But as we kind of got going and just into some of the details and stuff, I mean, he's just hit a wall at some point in the season. And he's picked it up a little bit here the last couple of weeks. But, we still got a lot of work to do with him.
Coach,
This is David again. After last week's big breakout performance on offense, it seemed like some of the offensive guys, maybe it was, a chance to exhale a little bit, maybe a feeling of, yeah, we did it, and this is what we can do. Have you sensed that, with this team this week, that now that, you kind of maybe kicked that wall down a little bit?
To be honest with you, it's really been the last, 4 or 5 games. These guys have been, progressing. I mean, we were just the most consistent last week, but we've done a lot of good things the last 4 ball games. I mean, we've had some critical drives to win games, and we've had some 2-minute drives. We just kind of hit a lull in there in inconsistency and not capitalize on some plays that are there. But so I've sensed that for several weeks now. It was just good to see them kind of put it together and really have some continuity, especially in the offensive line. That's been an issue for us. So being able to get all these guys experience at different times, but now finally be able to put it together was good for us and good for them to see it on tape. It was a great tape to watch, very precise in what we did. And when you're confident in what you're doing, then you play more physical, you play faster, all those things. And they're a much more confident group right now than we were first of the season, that's for sure.
Dabo, have you heard from Spurrier any this week or any recently?
I have not. I'm sure I'll see him. I actually will see him next week. After the ACC championship game, we'll all be out at the College Football Hall of Fame together. So I'll see. If I don't hear from him before then, I'm sure I'll see him for sure then.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor again. Y'all have had more sacks than anybody since 2014. But you really picked it up these last 4 games. You're averaging 6 sacks per. The first 7 games, you're only averaging a little over 2 sacks per game. And it's not just because of the quarterback you're facing, because obviously Jordan Travis is a tough guy to sack. You sacked him 6 times. What do you attribute that increase in production to?
And these guys just, we've got good experience over there, and then just the development of the guys inside, getting Tyler Davis back, and certainly what our ends have been able to do. Miles Murphy has had a great year. KJ has really made some plays for us down the stretch here. We've had pressure and sacks from all levels. We've brought some pressure. Our backers have gotten home. Trenton Simpson's had a heck of a year. Xavier Thomas, has been relentless. So it's been a combination of a lot of things. I just think the maturity of our guys on that side of the ball, and the really understanding of what we're trying to do. They're very precise over there. But the development of those guys inside, man, I mean, they really have made a huge difference for us and allow those ends to do what they need to do. And then again, we've been opportunistic with our pressures, whether they be blitz or zone pressures, and they've been able to hit. So great job by our staff, and then just great execution by the players.
Dabo, in what area of his game have you seen Trenton Simpson grow the most, and then where do you feel like he still needs to improve some?
Well, he's grown the most in knowledge. I mean, he's just a much more knowledgeable player than he was as a true freshman last year. And he's still got room for improvement there for sure, because he's one of those guys. He's the very Isaiah Simmons like, and that you can do a lot of things with him. I mean, he's a unique player, but just his knowledge and his real his understanding of what we're doing, and then his recognition. And he's still got a lot of improvement to do, situational awareness, et cetera. But I love his effort. I love his energy, but he's just more detailed as a football player. And again, that's if you're a hard worker and you're talented, that's what experience does. You just become more and more knowledgeable, and that's what you see with him. He's just more confident as a result.
Anybody else for Coach?
I was just gonna say, it seems like as a pass rusher, he's just really, really natural at that. Is that kind of what you?
Yep. Yeah, very natural. In fact, I put him there last year. We got just for that reason, because he wasn't getting on the field as much as I wanted, and he just has such a natural ability. And so if you remember last year, we used him in some third down stuff coming off the edge, and he did a great job for us. So he's worked at it. He's very gifted in getting after the quarterback.
I know we've kind of been around this a little bit this week, but what makes a night game down at Williams-Brice so much fun or so special? And then do you have a memory from a game down there that kind of stands out to you?
Well, I mean, it's like a night game in the Valley. I mean, it's just, you got all day to get ready, and everybody's fans are watching college football all day, and then it's finally time, and there's a lot of anticipation, and then you throw in the fact that it's a rivalry game. I think it's, but yeah, I got a lot of good memories. None better than my first one. That's for sure. In '03, that was a great memory. I think it was at night. I can't really remember, to be honest with you. But we've had, I remember we made a game-winning kick down there. I remember, coaching the receivers. We overcame a 1st and 35, and we had to hit some big plays. I remember a big 4th and 4 that we had to convert, and we hit Aaron Kelly on a slant, great release technique, and that was a huge play in the game to keep us alive. And then we went on to score. Remember hitting Curtis Bayham on a 3rd and long one time on a game-winning drive. So I got a lot of great memories. I got some bad ones too. So appreciate you not asking about those.
Coach, speaking of maybe the bad ones, I think the last time you played down there at night was 2017, and there were some issues with the fans throwing water bottles. Have you had any talks with the administration about just keeping this safety for your players on the sideline?
Well, it's other people. I hope everybody will enjoy the game and won't have any stuff like that. Nobody wants that, but I'll let the people who are in charge of that worry about that. I'm just worried about getting our team ready.
Coach, obviously there's a good chance that you'll have to win Saturday to keep your 10-win streak going. It's been 10 straight years. You were able to do it last year, even with the shortened schedule with COVID. How much would it mean to you just to be able to keep that streak alive?
Oh, it'd be great. That'd be an unbelievable, maybe as good a 10-win season as we've ever had. To do it with circumstances that we've had this team, how we started, you name it, on and on and on. That would be an amazing accomplishment, and it's meant to be. It'll happen because we certainly will do all that we can to on our end to try to get it done. But easier said than done, that's for sure. That'd be great.
Anyone else have anything for Coach? All right.
Happy Thanksgiving, Coach.
Yeah, I
Happy
hope I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving, and just know, man, how blessed we are. We all got a lot to be thankful for. So hope everybody takes some time tomorrow to enjoy and give thanks.